Hi, everybody, and welcome back. You're joined again by me, Jimmy Nightmares, and over there...
Yep, over here it's Peter Scared.
There he is. And today, we're talking about those moments in life where you just get lost, or you just don't know where you are, or where you're heading, and you end up somewhere completely strange, potentially in the middle of nowhere. So we're interested in places that are off the maps, little visited, off the beaten path, the whole shebang, baby. We're talking about it today. So,
we got all of them.
We got
all of them.
All of that and more.
Speaking about off the beaten track, did you hear that?
I did. What was that little noise?
Nice. This is this little number is by Kyoto Brewing Company, my favorite brewing company. It is a summer wheat ale called Highway at Dawn.
Oh, lovely.
I do not like wheat ales, but I do like ales. So I'm going to see how this goes.
I bet there's some places in the middle of nowhere that have highways at dawn.
That is nice.
Is that tasty?
God, Kyoto! When you come back to Japan, you have to get anything by Kyoto Brewing Company. They're amazing.
I'll give that a try. It sounds pretty nice. Good. If they feel like sponsoring us as well, that would be pretty cool.
I'm gonna keep mentioning them until they catch on. But no one actually listens to us, so there's that. That's the biggest hurdle we have at the moment, Jimmy.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll figure it out. I think it's because people have people on cameras and stuff. But then again, people always say, "Oh, I just want this on in the background whilst I do stuff." So I don't know. Yeah.
I think what's holding us back is there's no intro music.
That is something that we can look at. Indeed. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. So if anyone's wondering, I have replied to one person about intro music.
I saw that.
We started when we started this when we started this podcast, like both of us weren't as hectic as we are now. But as soon as summer hit, man, it's just chaos. It's just hectic. The weather's too harsh. Like it's been bananas.
Yeah,
like it really has been non-stop. My house is in shambles. I'm surprised I don't have cockroaches. That's how dirty my house is. That there isn't. No. But like I'm expecting them to come any day now. Like I'm terrified that the cockroaches are going to come marching in and try and take over my house.
Oh my god!
Because I'm not home enough to clean up.
The cockroaches are bad. I remember I had a girlfriend. Believe it or not, guys, and I lived completely far away from her.
Ooh!
I lived in Saitama, and she was in she was in Adachiku near Tokyo Tower. So I was all the way back to Saitama, and this was quite a long-term girlfriend, and she said she's absolutely petrified of cockroaches. So. And of course,
well, you know why? The ones in Japan fly.
Yeah, that's what she was dealing with.
They fly. They fly at your head.
It's like the size of her
The ones
hand.
in Australia, because yeah, they're big. The ones in Australia, like we used to. I'll say smoke. Whatever you think smoke means, that's what it means. But we used to smoke in the shed at the back of my mum's house when I was a teenager, and like. It got taken over by cockroaches because supposedly the people who lived in the house had lizards or something, and they used to feed them live cockroaches, and of course 1 or 2 escapes, they start breeding like crazy, and then like the whole neighborhood was infested with cockroaches. But these cockroaches, they would jump. The Aussie ones have a big back legs, and they'll wait for you to swing your club at them to try and like eradicate them, and they'll jump. So I was used to hunting cockroaches in Australia because like they were always around where we were hanging out. God, it makes me sound filthy, doesn't it? But here, they fly straight at your head. They don't jump at all.
They don't care. They just...
Oh, man.
They can crawl. They eat parts of you. It's like... There's rumors they eat eyelashes and stuff, especially I've heard in Japan. That's why my partner at the time was so scared of them. And I went all the way back from Saitama on the train to Tokyo to try and get rid of this thing. And I probably should have Googled what it looked like first, because I thought, I'll get rid of a bug for her and I'll get some brownie points. But this thing was massive.
Because you don't have them, right?
No, we don't have them.
It's
we
if you do encounter one again, If you do encounter one again, you what you got to do, you got to get some toilet paper to grab it with, and that encases it. Then you oops, hang on, I just hit the mic. You have to wrap it in like some toilet paper so it can't escape. Then you have to take it somewhere where you can smash it with your shoe, wrapped in the paper. No, because otherwise the eggs will spread.
Yeah.
So it has to be totally covered. Otherwise, there's a chance it'll spread eggs if you smash it without anything covering it. So you do that, then you flush it.
Oh,
you have to smash it until liquid comes through the tissues. Oh. Yeah, I'm a cockroach hunter. I'm a mighty cockroach hunter.
I'm the opposite. See, in England, we have not many big bugs and stuff, so I make a huge deal of like letting them out the window and stuff, so smashing one.
Oh, not cockroaches.
Yeah, no, I
No, not cockroaches.
I don't know.
Because they multiply. Like I respect their game. Like I respect that they're really good at surviving and stuff. Like I call myself a cockroach sometimes because I'll eat whatever, and I'm sure I'll survive at a nuclear blast. But like you don't let them survive, man. You do not let them live because they'll bring back more mates and they'll breed in your house and they'll never leave.
What a boast!
It's hard to get them out.
What a boast that is! I'm sure I could survive a nuclear blast.
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm a cockroach.
He's ready, man. He could do it.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm sure there's plenty of cockroaches in the middle of nowhere as well. So, yeah, bugs, anything's out there. Did you ever come across mukade? The the gnarly centipedes they have in Japan. Millipedes, perhaps. No, it's a centipede.
Mate,
they're evil.
Centipede. Mate, I've got another story.
Hello.
I am actually quite the great bug hunter. So I was one of my schools, one of my classrooms, I should say. We called them schools, but it was basically a classroom. Was in Yori in rural Saitama,
Nice.
And the Japanese teacher who was there, because basically my old job, I'd work. A Japanese teacher would work at the classroom 3 weeks in a month, and then the native would go 1 week in the month. And the Japanese teacher, she was cool, but she was really, really lazy. And she had this massive, the corner underneath the aircon was where she kept all the boxes. Never did anything with the boxes, but it was just boxes. And she just covered it with like curtains so no one could see what it was. It turned out that's where mukade or centipedes lived. Like I was always killing them before class, like huge ones. And one time we had parent observations. And there was these two mums just sitting there chatting away, and it was a hot day, and they were sitting on the floor, of course, because of God forbid we sit on chairs like humans. And I see this huge centipede charging right at them.
Oh my God!
So I think quick. I grab a tissue and I grab one of these small mini whiteboards. I throw the tissue over it and I smash it while smiling at the mums in case they turned around. And then I picked up the tissue and got rid of it.
Oh,
no one was none the wiser.
Blue
horrible. Came out, by the way. Blue.
My friend is absolutely petrified.
I got him, man.
Yeah, well done. They say in some of the rural areas in Japan that if you do mash them up, that it lets off some sort of pheromone to let others know something's gone down, and they come over to investigate sometimes.
Yeah, I killed lots of them there.
Yeah.
I used to get them with the spray, and the spray, like, they were so huge, you have to keep on spraying at them, and they're charging, and you keep spraying until they finally stop.
Oh, man.
Like, I didn't enjoy doing this, but I was teaching kids, and there was no chairs were sitting on the floor, so I had to I had to do something to reduce risk.
They're not like tiny centipedes, are they? They're, for people who may not have heard of them,
they were huge.
They could be like the size of your forearm. They're huge.
Huge. Yeah, the ones in Japan can get pretty nasty too.
These things eat like mammals and stuff. They're known to. It's like small rodents and things. They're not something to tangle with.
Did you ever see in Japan? These ones are good ones. I didn't realize until I looked them up. Like I used to kill them on sight, but then I let them just live. The house centipedes, I think they're called. They look like something from an alien shorter body, world. But the long legs.
Yeah, they're evil. I don't like that.
Yeah, they got the really long legs.
Yeah, they freak me out.
No, they eat cockroaches.
Are they good? Oh, keep them then.
But they kill the cockroaches. Yeah, they kill the cockroaches and the other centipedes.
Yeah.
So if you see them, they're fine. But they're fast and freaky.
They're weird. Their legs are too long.
Just
Yeah, man.
Way too long.
There you go. It's the insect show. I like it.
Ah, mate. I'm
I
the
could
great
go.
insect hunter of Saitama.
I could go for days talking about insects. I'm mad. We we don't have that many scary ones, but we have recently had Asian hornets down where I live. And yeah, I've dealt with them in Japan, and I don't want them here. They're big.
They're the ones that have the big. I don't know if you call them. What would you call hives? The patterned hives.
Yeah, or susumebachi.
Are they the same as
susumebachi?
Are they the same as the ones in the mountains that attack things that are black? Because in Japan, the bears. I'm not being racist. I'm not being racist.
He's not.
The bears are black, so they attack black bears.
Yeah,
so if you've got wearing like a black hat or something, it's going to attack you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's probably the same class of insect, but I don't know. We don't have enough of them over here. They're just sort of like coming across because it's slightly warmer now, I think. And we've got signs up saying, watch out for these things.
Mate, with your country finally heating up, you might be host to a whole lot of bugs you haven't seen before.
Like mad stuff like...
Oh, better days, mate.
Yeah, better days.
You might get snakes.
Oh, I don't want to tangle with some snakes, man.
We've got proper venomous spiders.
We've got 2 snakes, I think. It's so pathetic. We've got like the adder, and I think there's some other form of less interesting snake. And
but the adder is scary.
Yeah, they poisonous.
Isn't that a scary one?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We have false widows as well, spiders, but nothing that can really, rival a huntsman like you guys have in Japan and Australia.
Huntsmen are harmless though. They're just really big.
I don't like them, man.
But they're happy little chappies. They're just huge, but they'll bite you, but they're not venomous. They're not gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a bite? It's crazy. No, they're too big. It's like a hand.
This is going on too long about bugs. It's going on too long about bugs, but last one. I was talking to my kids on the phone the other day, and there was a jumping spider in my house. I love jumping spiders; they're cool as shit. And I put the video on to show my kids, and we're like marveling how cute it was. It jumped right at my phone, right at the camera. It was perfect.
Did they love it?
Such a perfect little guy. Yeah.
Oh,
I love jumping spiders. They're smart little guys.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, so we've just lost all listeners who do not like bugs and have no interest in bugs. So if you're still here, we are going to start. Maybe we should start timestamping.
It could be cool, actually. Yeah, we'll talk about
something
that
different, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you have any more banter, brotato?
I don't have much going on this week. It's just been quite flat out. I mean, at my work, I was made to be in a promotional fake video because we had to do. It was like one of those stupid things where it was like, come up with an idea that sells helicopters, and then you're like, okay, oh yeah, I work for a helicopter company, and I come up with something stupid, and I just did an American accent on video, so that was quite fun. But
oh wow,
nothing else really. So yeah, it was.
I find it bizarre that you work for a helicopter company, like that there is a helicopter company. I thought I don't know where I thought they came from, but
Catalina wine
mixer. I didn't
mixer.
expect them to be from a country.
Yeah,
huh?
The Catalina wine mixer.
So people just buy helicopters?
Yeah,
how does this work?
We had the Saudi Arabia helicopter. If you go inside it, everything's gold plated. It had a shower on board.
What?
They had a kettle that was gold plated.
Way.
Yeah, everything had to be. It's the VVIP helicopter that carries around dignitaries in Saudi Arabia. Very cool. But yeah, everywhere has helicopters. In fact, my company supports the ones that are in Japan. That's how I got the job.
Wow.
Yeah, Japan uses them.
That's how you got it.
Yeah, Japan uses them when they travel to the middle of nowhere, aka the Antarctic, on missions to better understand biology and stuff. And search and
Oh,
rescue, anti-mine, anti-sea mines out there. There's also
right.
defense as well. That is quite popular at the moment in this world of ours. But yeah, helicopters are mainly used for
So,
search and rescue, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Could the average Joe blow by a helicopter?
Um, I wouldn't say so, because to just
Right.
on maintenance alone, it will cost you millions per year.
Yeah.
It'll cost like about $1 million a year to maintain these things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always imagine them being very expensive and like out of reach
Yeah.
for most people. But so they are, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most time you'll get country sanctioning the payments, I suppose. So like search and rescue, right? When you're in the middle of nowhere,
Mm.
you would need
Mm-mm.
that service for the public, so that it's not like a person paying for it. It's like your government's paying for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
One last thing before we do go into the middle of nowhere. I just thought of this. What I would like to do to someone I didn't like, aka my downstairs neighbor. The ones that dump water on fires.
Mm.
I want to dump water on her.
Well, from a helicopter.
She comes home from work. She's like, yeah. She's all like, meow, 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 meow. I can hear her from the car park. She sounds coming. I could hear her coming from the car park to her front door. She sounds like a nest of bees coming. So like, I would just love to fly over and just wear the glasses and the helmet and just dump water like they do on fires. That'd be great.
It would be cool.
Anyway,
I'd love to.
you know where else they dump water on fires?
Where could that be?
In the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
Gong, gong, gong. Hell yeah. I got the segue this time.
Love it.
So, how many stories do you have, Brotato?
I have 3. I just picked up on the fact you called me that quite a lot today. And I have...
It's like my favorite word recently.
It's cool. I like it. It's... yeah, I got 3, so I can do up to 3 because I don't have all that many experiences myself that haven't already been told on this channel.
Oh.
But, I have some.
Oh, do you have any personal... You have any personal experiences?
Yeah, nothing like...
Hang on, did you just say that?
Yeah, I don't have all that many. I have some, I guess, like where I've just been out in Japan and been somewhere, or in the UK. But a couple of them just kind of overlap with some other stories I've told on this one. But I'm happy to revisit them quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, did you want to start with a personal one then? And I'll chuck
Yeah.
in a personal one and then we'll get on to other ones?
Yeah, maybe I'll do a little medley or something. Of course, one of my personal ones is when I was out driving when we were younger, listening to creepy music like Beatles, Revolution Number 9, and found the church that said, put the key in the door and open it and stuff. That was literally in the middle of nowhere on a foggy night, and it was absolutely a fun experience that I remember always. There's been other times where
it really sounds amazing.
Yeah, there's been other times as well where you just sort of like, I don't know if you ever do this, but I just used to get on the train and get off somewhere and just try and figure out if they had anything good there, rather than using any kind of like internet stuff to see if, let's go to this bar or this thing. I used to just get off and have a look around. Yeah, you see some pretty weird stuff in Japan. You go and do that. I ended up down by the beach, and there was just like so many crabs running around. It was amazing. It was in a place called Mobara with my friend Nightman Japan, who I went to uni with. And yeah, it was pretty weird. We had a little walk around there, and then we went into like an izakaya, like one of those restaurants, order whatever you like. And the people in there were just like staring at us so much. Like, it was like one of those times you're like, you're out of your elements here, boy. It's like, okay. Yeah, the banjo music playing. And
the record scratch.
yeah. There's loads of places in England like that. There's like, you go to like countryside pubs, especially like in places, Cornwall, really close to the southern tip. Hmm. There's
Right.
in pubs there'll be like old men who have their own glass behind the bar, and they just
Oh,
treat it like a second house. And if you went in there and you sat in
right,
somebody's
right.
seat, you'd know all about it. So it's this sort of rural.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, that's not very far away from where I live. But
Actually, I've got an izakaya like that near me. I tried going there once,
hmm,
and like it was the same thing. Everyone turned around, was just staring at me, so I just backed out slowly and left.
yeah.
I since went with some friends of mine,
Hmm.
like Japanese friends, like this is years ago, and yeah, we got our own bottle of sake, and mine not sake, shochu. There's a bottle of shochu with my name on it behind the bar still because I never went back. It was very
Oh,
uncomfortable. Even with friends, it was kind of uncomfortable.
they do that, don't they?
Yeah,
You can
it's not my thing.
you can pay for a bottle in Japan to be behind the counter, and then whoever mentions your name or you yourself went there can then drink from that.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's a pretty cool thing, but I've never done it.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I never went back.
there we go.
I've lived really close to it too, but yeah, I've got no interest in going.
Nah, you don't want to.
Wasn't that great?
Yeah, so
But yeah, sorry. Back to your story.
yeah, that's just sort of my middle of nowhere kind of examples. Of course, there's that creepy house near where I lived, the abandoned house. Went in a few times by myself with all the coins lined up. That is in a really rural part
Yep,
of
yep.
Saitama. So without doing
Oh,
it
that
to
was
death.
rural, was it?
Yeah, that's it's in Higashi Kawaguchi, which doesn't have much going on, but it's my favorite place.
Really?
Yeah,
I went there once and felt very uncomfortable.
yeah, I lived there for a few years, so
Yeah.
I was like a local in the
Felt like
bar.
I was going to get robbed.
Yeah, yeah,
Does not feel safe.
it's good enough for me. There's Urawa Misono, which is just up the road where the Urawa Reds play, like the Japanese football champions, soccer champions. So it can get quite busy, but it was
Soccer.
yeah. It's called soccer. There we go.
Huh.
Um,
But yeah, do I have any? I've got a few middle of nowhere stories. I'll just they're not scary or anything. When we were in our early 20s, we had this friend, Big Prick Nick. He didn't have a big prick, but he was a big prick. Like he was really, really tall. He was much stronger than all of us, and he liked to practice kickboxing on us, like seeing how high he could get his kicks to our heads.
Oh my
He was
God.
very intimidating. He was a very intimidating guy, very intimidating guy. But yeah, he used to drive this little car, and I'll always remember on the back there was a sticker from the car dealership. It was a small second-hand car dealership, and it was the car dealership's name, and it said, "The biggest people in small cars." The humor in that is, my friend was huge and the car was tiny. He never saw how funny that was. It was ridiculous. But yeah, he used to have this thing where he'd take us on wily adventures because he was the only one with a car for a while. And he'd take us on these wily adventures where he would run out of petrol. And we'd have to push the car to the we'd have to push the car to the petrol station or the gasoline stand or whatever the hell other people call it. Yeah, so there was that, and also his engine would always cut out, and we'd have to another time in the middle of in the middle of nowhere, we had to push his car around a roundabout to get up enough momentum for him to start it. There was another time.
God.
It was on a highway. So like it was really dark. It was on a highway between the peninsula and like suburbs, and we ran out of petrol. And it was a car full of dudes, and one dude had he had a date to get to, and this guy's just laughing. Big Prick Nick, he's just like, he's just laughing. He had this laugh.
Oh my God.
And yeah, we had to go and get petrol, and it was quite a hike. And he's like, "Oh, it's a wily adventure."
Who's this guy?
It was not a wily adventure, man. It was awful. Yeah, man.
What the hell is going
Big
on?
Prick Nick, man.
Yeah. You go on
Big
adventure,
picnic.
man.
Yeah. It's a wild adventure.
I like
Oh,
him
man.
already.
Yeah. Uh, oh man, I could do a whole episode on Big Picnic stories, but I'm not going to. But yeah, we had some wily adventures there. That's about all I can think of about middle of nowhere stories for now. I'm sure more will pop up, but let's get into our stories. Did you want to start, or do you want me to?
Middle of nowhere stories, yeah. Why don't I crack on and tell you one?
Yeah.
It's a seamless
Listen to how
segue.
out of breath you are suddenly.
I know. It's just, a wasp came in here a second ago and just scared me. No.
Uh-huh.
So I'm actually going to do a little Peter Scare special here. I've got a number you can pick between 1 and 3. What would you like?
Oh, I like my odds. Let's see. I'm going to go 2.
Number 2.
2 sounds fantastic.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Look at you. Okay. Right. Number 2.
Look at you. Number 2.
This one's called Heading Home. This happened. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hang on. You need the bells, mate.
Yeah.
Bong.
Bong. Bong. Right. This happened quite recently. I was driving home alone, and I was out in the sticks. Actually, it was a mountain pass. I was high up. I remember that right enough. It had been late at night, and it was already past midnight as I was making my way home. I was speeding, I'll admit it. I wanted to get home as soon as possible. There were no cars on the road. No one was around, so it was fine. At least that's what I thought at the time. Then something unexpected happened. As I sped around the corner, I saw a woman in red stood in the road. I was about to collide with her, but somehow I managed to swerve and miss her. My heart was beating out of my chest. I couldn't believe how close of a call that was. Due to the speed I was going, I almost spun out. It was horrible. I put my car in reverse and spun around to get in the right lane for a start and then take a look to see if the woman was all right. I looked in the direction I saw her and saw that she was laying on the ground. I felt my heart drop. If I saw myself in a mirror, I know that I would be as white as a sheet. I got out of the car after pulling it onto the hard shoulder and I raced over to her. I looked down and I saw a mannequin lying there in the road. It was the type of mannequin you might see at an old clothing store. What I'm trying to say is I guessed that it looked out of date and definitely out of place. I was incredibly relieved that I wasn't going to be in trouble for murder or at very least manslaughter. Once that relief had settled, anger came in fast. I was very annoyed that someone would do that. I mean, did they intentionally place that thing just at the bend of the curve? They knew it would cause distress to drivers approaching. I picked the mannequin up and threw it at the side of the road. I may have even kicked the thing a couple of times out of anger, I can't remember. I started back to my car, and then something dawned on me. I needed some sort of reassurance, because I couldn't just leave the scene without knowing what the hell happened and why. And I'll be honest, I did start to believe maybe in some weird way it could be a person rather than a mannequin. I just kept doubting myself. I kept asking myself questions I couldn't really answer specifically. And the number one question I couldn't answer was, why was that mannequin out here in the middle of nowhere? I was too curious. I could already hear myself explaining this story to my friends and not having a good enough of an ending, or any form of answer to the same questions they would ask me. So I turned back to take another look at the mannequin. Why was it wearing red, and why is it in the road? I took a closer look. I'm not ashamed of this, but it's a little bit weird. I pulled the mannequin's clothes down. I'm glad I did, because I guess you could call it a clue as to what I found there. There was something written on her back. There was a name, a birthday, a profession, and a town name written there. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to reference a real person. And it gets a little bit heavy from here on in, so fair warning if you're easily triggered. But oh god. The message written on the back of the mannequin went on to say that the woman that they had referred to in the message was a victim of something really awful that trauma is often created from, and she suffered at the hands of her attacker, so she decided to end things. presumably where I was, which looked out towards the darkness over a guardrail. A dark drop was all I could see below. The message went on to say that the attacker will never be forgiven. I will never forgive them was written again and again until the point where the pen must have run out of ink. I was filled with this profound sadness and an overwhelming sense of horror. All the anger I had inside me went away instantly. I don't know if it was some sort of awful taste in prank or something, but it felt real to me, and I just didn't want to be there anymore. It was at this point I noticed that there was another car parked up just out of sight. I don't know if that car was abandoned. Heaven forbid it belonged to that poor woman and it hadn't been towed yet. But if it belonged to the person who positioned the mannequin out there, that's something else. I think maybe the latter. I don't know why, but I get the sense that I was being watched. I didn't drive on that mountain pass again for a year. It really freaked me out. And when I did drive through that pass again, I didn't see the mannequin again. Bong, bong,
Damn.
bong. That's a weird one. I forgot about that one.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that one before.
Yeah? Yeah, it's
Well,
from an
did you
early
do that one
one.
on your channel?
Yeah, it's a really old one from like
Well,
2021 or something.
I'm your biggest fan.
Ooh.
I used to listen to your old stuff all the time, man.
I listen to yours too.
Man,
but
Japanese and their mannequins, eh?
they'd love.
Japanese and their mannequins.
I have noticed that you can direct hate or something towards an object. They do it with like that doll they nail through the tree. The Ushino
the cursed one, yeah.
And some other games that you play like Hitori Kakurenbo, where like one person hide and seek. That's all to do with substituting something for something else. So there might be something in that. Might have to dig a little bit deeper one day and try and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
But
That's called
imagine
sympathetic magic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's used in like different cultures where you use something to substitute another thing.
Oh, okay. Like voodoo and stuff.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah. Same type of thing. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I haven't read that book in a long time. But yeah, I read a book. The Golden Bough. Golden Bough? Bough. What's that word? It is bough, isn't it?
Yeah, like a tree branch. Bow.
Man, yeah, I know exactly what it is, but English is dumb. Why is English so dumb? But yeah, this is a super creepy story. And you know what? Like driving late at night in the middle of nowhere, like I'm always terrified if someone your mind drifts.
Yeah.
I'm always scared someone's going to jump out. Like, what are you going to do if someone? Of course, you're not going to keep driving, but what are you going to do? Like, I'm in Japan. What am I going to do? Call the police? I can't speak Japanese that well. And if I'm a foreigner, they're going to arrest me straight away.
You're going to be in trouble, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
No matter what.
I get robbed and it's my fault.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My friend used to go on these...
Well,
this is kind of middle of nowhere. My friend used to go on these long walks just for health and stuff at nighttime after his classes. And he spoke to me on the phone usually at that time. And he got done in by the cops because somebody said, "Oh, there's a guy who keeps walking up and down my street." And the cops just came out and was like, what are you doing here? And they detained him for ages. And it's like, it's just a man walking down a street. It's not that bad. And this was phoned in by a person in a house who was just looking out the window.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's
that
sad.
happened to a friend of mine. That happened to a friend of mine maybe last year or the year before. He's black, and it was
Cool.
he's quite rotund. So he was walking for his health.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying that because it's cool, but I'm just saying that because they target black people
Yeah.
more
We
often
know that.
here.
Profiling, yeah.
So he was there. He was wearing a mask and a hood. I don't know why he was wearing a hood. Like he was just upping the suspicion. But he's getting his steps in, and he'd always walk near this major, I think it was Kumagaya police station. He'd always walk up to there and back again. And they pulled him over once, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, he shows them his health app. Just get my steps in. They didn't detain him or anything; just let him go because he had proof.
He should have had the
But
steps
yeah,
up,
for
my mate,
foreigners coming to Japan, Foreigners coming to Japan, don't exercise out in the street. You will get profiled.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, pal, did you have any stories out from the middle of nowhere?
All right. So this is one I did ages ago, and I remembered it. I actually did it on a trucking, chilling trucker stories video, and it's always stuck with me. It's like one of the best stories I've told, I think. Unfortunately, so there's a bit of a saga with this story. I remembered it. I looked it up, and it's been deleted. But I did have permission to it, so I am going to read it. At the start, it says my name is. I'm not going to say the name. I'll just leave the name out.
Your name's Pete.
But yeah. There's no. Yeah. Oh, I'll do that then. So yeah, this is the trucker story. Bong, bong, bong. My name is Peter Scared, and I'm a retired truck driver. This happened when I was about 30 years old. I'm 62 now. And after decades on the road, I've seen plenty of strange things. Most people don't believe this story, but I swear it's exactly what happened. I picked up a load of pipe in Stockton, California, headed for Salt Lake City, Utah. I was supposed to refuel in Barstow, but when I got there, the truck stop had run out of diesel. I called my supervisor and told him I still had about half a tank. He told me to keep driving and to stop at the first truck stop I found. About 100 miles into Nevada, surrounded by nothing but dark desert and a few tiny towns, I looked down and saw my fuel gauge sitting on empty. It didn't make any sense. I took the first exit, parked, and called my supervisor again. He was about an hour behind me. I told him I wasn't risking running the tanks dry. He said he'd meet me there and siphon enough fuel from his truck to get me moving again. So I waited. The engine was off, so there was no radio, just silence. I noticed unfinished construction everywhere. A dark trailer park off to my right, and about a block away, a church with all its lights on. It was around 2 a.m. Then I noticed a jackrabbit hopping around my truck. It circled me several times, stopping every now and then just to stare. I was getting hungry, and further down the road I spotted what looked like a little convenience store. I decided to walk over. As I walked, I kept hearing a dog howling. Not barking, howling like it was in pain. When I passed the church, both front doors were wide open. I heard clapping inside, like a service was taking place. I looked in as I walked past. There was only one person inside. A thin, old white man stood at the front, reading from a Bible and preaching about hell. No congregation, no one else. I kept walking. A moment later, I heard the clapping again. The dog kept howling. I passed rows of abandoned houses before reaching the little store. Inside, an elderly woman with glasses sat reading a book without ever looking up. The shelves were almost empty. A few cans of food, a couple of bags of chips. The refrigerators held nothing but bottled water. I grabbed some chips and a bottle of water and asked, "Is this all you got? Where is everybody?" Without even lifting her eyes from the book, she said, "Everybody moved away. New construction was supposed to start about 6 months ago." Then, she went right back to reading. I paid and headed toward my truck. The dog was still howling. Curiosity got the better of me. I looked up the hill toward where the sound was coming from and decided to find out what was making the noise. Every house was boarded up, except one. Its lights were on, and a tall wooden fence surrounded the yard. I looked over the fence and froze. A man wearing nothing but underwear was crawling on all fours with a chain around his neck. He was howling exactly like a dog. The hairs on my arms stood up. Suddenly, another man burst out of the back door, kicked the man on the ground, screamed at him to shut up, and the chained man crawled into a doghouse. I didn't stick around. I turned and ran. As I passed the church again, both doors were still standing wide open, but every light inside was now off. Even so, I could still hear clapping. I sprinted back to my truck and called my supervisor, begging him to hurry. He asked which exit I was at. When I told him, he said he'd already driven past it and had to turn around. While I waited, that same jackrabbit was hopping around my truck. Then it stopped. It looked directly at me. I'm not saying the rabbit actually spoke, but I clearly heard one word. Leave. I rolled up the window and locked the doors. My supervisor arrived about 5 minutes later. I told him everything I'd seen. He laughed and said he was going to drug test me. I didn't sleep for the rest of that trip to Salt Lake City. Believe me or don't, but that's exactly what happened. Bong, bong.
Damn.
Yeah, right. That's a good one, yeah.
Really good one. That's such a good story, yeah.
Yeah. That's just stuck with me all these years
All
later.
the elements, man.
Yeah.
All the elements that comprise that is just so cool. It's like the breaking down in the middle of nowhere, no radio, you got nothing at all. And then it's like, oh my God, what kind of town am I in right now?
Right. It sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Like the dude chained up. Oof.
Yeah. There's a Japanese film that came out like last year called Best Wishes to All. And that dude chained up in a middle of nowhere kind of location. Oh my God. It reminded me of that so much.
Oh, really?
It's made by it's actually it's a good film, I'd say. It's like a 7 or 8 out of 10 for me.
Oh, okay.
But it's made by the guy who did Ju-on, the Grudge. He's had some stinkers, but yeah, it reminded he was back on that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I love that story.
Yeah. It's one of those
you should
stories.
do some trucker stories again.
Man, it's hard to find. But yeah, it's one of those stories where
Or
even though it's long, even if it's long, it doesn't feel like you're reading forever. It's like it's fun to read too.
No. Yeah, that felt like 2 minutes to me, by the way. I was just locked in.
Yeah. I should do those stories again. I actually got a request to do road train stories. You know road trains?
Road train? What's that?
So I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I know in Australia, because my dad used to drive them. It's like a truck with 2 or 3 trailers. So like they're really, really long. Because we've got such big amount of land to traverse across in Australia. We have bigger trucks. So yeah, road train has like, I'm pretty sure it's like 2, maybe 3. I can't really remember, but yeah. I got a request.
You could probably get that in with you could probably mix that in with truckers or driving at night or something, or driving stories. Yeah, road trip, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find some.
Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, you got me piped up to do some middle of nowheres.
Yeah, right. I haven't done
not
middle.
Piped up.
You piped up.
Bricked up.
You piped up like the plumbing in my toilet.
Yeah. Longest pipe. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't done middle of nowhere or anything like that in years. So yeah, I really want to do it again.
Maybe we should do it.
Oh yeah? The dynamic duo back at it again.
The gross crew.
Let's work it out.
Gruesome twosome.
Gruesome twosome. That's it. Gruesome twosome. A man of taste, I see.
Yeah. Well, for you, I have a couple of options, and those options consist of 1 or 2. Would you like to hear a more human horror story, or would you like to hear something a little more ghostly?
Let's go ghostly.
Go ghostly. The first one was a bit human-y, wasn't it? So that would have been my choice anyway. Ideal. Same page. Okay, ready? Here's the bells. Gong, gong, gong. This is a true and mysterious event which happened to me and some friends one summer night a few years ago. Every summer, a couple of old school best friends and I get together and we go on a little trip together. On the year this occurred, we all had decided on renting a cottage in the woods. It was going to be great. We were going to go have a barbecue and a fire. It was the usual crew, me and 2 other friends. We're all females, by the way. My friend drove and it took hours to get there. It was already evening by the time we got to the cottage and we were all hungry. We had prepared for this though. We brought all our barbecue gear and we were ready to feast. We had a great night chatting and reminiscing by the log fire and of course eating way too much. Even though it was summer, the sun had already begun to set at around 8 o'clock. So that was our call to head back into the cottage. It was a real shame though. I suddenly had the urge to go to a hot spring. I know that sounds a little odd, but it's called an onsen in Japan, and we love going to them in the summer. It's one of my old stories. I usually would go like, "Hi, Jay here. Onsens are a place where Japanese people like to go on the thing," but I just tried to amend the story to add that in.
I actually, I think I've heard this one.
Yeah. It's another old one, yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the story. I mentioned it to the others, and everyone was on the same page. We got fired up since we were all tired and full. Well, the cottage didn't have a hot spring, so we hit a dead end there. Not wanting to slow down or waste the trip, I got my phone out and I started Googling, just to see if there were any springs nearby, and we were in luck. There was one only a short drive away. We quickly packed up some clothes and jumped back into the car. Since we weren't familiar with the area, and we were completely dependent on the car navigation system, we turned it on. The narrow roads were so dark since the forest was all around us. I didn't want to get lost out here, and I was starting to lose faith in my own idea. But then we turned onto a highway road. The mood lifted in the car, and we were back to chatting and laughing. Right, the satellite navigation system interrupted. It was just one word. I noticed this because usually the sat-nav system says, "After 100 meters, turn right." I thought it was odd, but I didn't care that much. Another odd thing was that it asked us to turn while we were still in a curve in the road. We turned back a little, and at the exact same spot in the road, the satellite navigation system said, "Right." These country roads were very narrow. We didn't see the dirt road for the first time, but we spotted it when we doubled back, and we obeyed the sat-nav system and turned down the road. The laughter and sense of excitement in the car ebbed away and was replaced by a sense of anxiety. This road, it didn't seem like it was leading us to the hot springs. The forest road just got steeper and steeper and darker and darker. I felt as if we were moving further from the town and from people. I started to doubt the existence of this hot springs. We ceased talking at this point. The air in the car was thick with tension. I wanted to turn back, but I knew that we couldn't. The road was only wide enough for just our car. There was no way we could U-turn. I started to worry. I wondered what might happen if an oncoming car came at us at full speed. Since we didn't know where we were going, we decided it would be better to stop and check our surroundings. I was amazed to discover that we were nearing a cliff edge. I had no idea that we had driven up this high into the mountains. I was lost for words, and so were my friends. Fear now had a grip on us. Forget the hot springs, we just need to get back to somewhere familiar. No one said a word, and I'm glad they didn't because I was just panicking. We just stared at each other, faces in the dark, and we wondered what to do. We had no choice but to keep going forward because the road was simply not wide enough to turn back. I knew deep down that we were moving further and further from the town, the people, and the lights. Just as our anxiety reached its peak, my friend spotted a point in the road up ahead where it widened. Relieved, we sped towards it and performed a U-turn. That would get us back out of the mountainous woods. Then the car's headlights illuminated a building almost crumbled to ruins, a derelict and frightening-looking place. And in that moment we laid eyes on it, we heard, "You have arrived at your destination."
Oof.
Then the power in the car went out. We panicked, but it came back on instantaneously. We turned around and headed back towards the safety of our cottage. There was no hot spring for us that night. There was no way that creepy building in the woods could ever have been a hot spring either. I cannot forget that event, and we often talk about it when we meet up. Perhaps we were summoned or called by something in that abandoned building. It was so scary. Bong. Bong.
Yeah. That is scary. That is scary.
Little Ghost in the Machine kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah. Never trust those sat navs. The ones in the car, they're always dodgy. I'll just use the one on my phone. I don't trust those ones. They always send me in wild goose chases. But yeah, very creepy. But going to an onsen in summer is just very unpleasant. I never liked it.
Yeah,
because it warms up your
hot.
core. Yeah, it warms up your core too, so it's hard to cool down. Except if you go camping.
Exactly that, yeah.
When I went solo camping last year, like I was filthy from setting up my camp. And going to an onsen after that was amazing. Even if it was hot, it was amazing because I could get clean. Like you feel very, very, very clean. But if you're just going there willy-nilly for just on a whim, then you're just going to get hotter.
It really cleans out the dirt in your pores, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's great. When you've been sweating your ass off setting up tents all day, it's amazing. But yeah, not just girls' cottage. It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
I mean, I would like to go to that girl's cottage.
Yeah. You're being dirty, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, just to make sure they're all right after their scary experience as a gentleman, that's all.
They're just hanging out, eating sausages, wanting to bathe together. It's pretty hot.
It's not like in the movies.
Deep down, we're just
we're meant
guys.
to be good.
We're just guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're just guys.
Just a DNA makeup or something.
Can't be helped.
Can't get us in trouble for that. That's not our fault.
Better days. Not our fault.
Better days.
But that did remind me, I do have an actual scary middle of nowhere story that happened to me.
Oh, cool.
So when I was a teenager, I started smoking, like cigarettes. And like my parents didn't know. Well, how old was I? My little sister was just born. Let's see. Anyway, I was probably about 14, I think. And my mum, stepdad, my little sister, we went to the Blue Mountains, which is the next state up from where we lived. And I said I wanted to go hiking. And I was going to go hiking by myself because I wanted to go smoke. So they said, all right, we'll just drop you off at this national park and we'll pick you up later. Like, all in all, it was a very harebrained scheme. I don't know what anyone was thinking with this because it was not a good idea at all. But anyway,
sounds
I went
dangerous,
there. Yeah. I went there and I smoked my cigarettes and this isn't part of the scary part, but I did get caught with cigarettes and a pocket knife later on in the trip. So I did get busted. I did learn a lesson. Didn't stop smoking, but I did get caught.
Oh, well.
And yeah, anyway, that doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm just wandering around this national park, like on these, it's in the mountains, so it's quite high up. I'm just wandering around. It's really beautiful. I did actually want to go and hike. I do like hiking, even back then. Australia shouldn't go solo hiking. But anyway, I had this idea. I saw this waterfall. I was at the top of this waterfall, and I thought, oh, the water isn't there. I'll just walk out I'll jump the fence and walk out on these rocks to have a look down the waterfall. The rocks were wet.
I love it.
The rocks were wet.
Oh,
I slipped. Yeah, I slipped. I almost slipped and went down this massive waterfall in the mountains, plummeting to my death. I didn't.
Whoa.
I don't know how I don't know why I walked out and did this, because they were obviously wet and it was obviously a really, really, really dumb idea. And I was obviously by myself and I could have just never been found again. But I did it. And
Yeah.
and
That's
like,
scary as hell, man.
isn't that scary? Like the
Yeah, that's terrifying.
stupidity. Like everyone was stupid in that. Like my parents probably had enough of me because I was a moody teenager, so maybe that's why they wanted to get rid of me. But yeah, wow, just terrible
No,
around.
not like that. Yeah.
Terrible all around. Like, why would I?
Yeah, that's terrifying, man.
It wasn't out in the open either. I had to like jump over like a fence to get onto the rocks. I shouldn't have been out there. But yeah, why would someone do
Yeah,
that?
the fence was there for a reason. Yeah.
I do not know why I went out there. Like, I didn't even have a camera or anything. Like, I just wanted to have a look down there. But why would anyone do that? It's just,
Youth.
yeah, kids are really dumb.
It's the
especially
curiosity
boys.
of youth.
Yeah, teenage boys are dumb as shit. We really think we're invincible.
I think we're indestructible.
Yeah, that was a lesson. That was a lesson. And a funny end to that story is they picked me up later, and we had a picnic, and I drank 2 liters of cordial. You know cordial? You have cordial, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you dilute it with water, right?
Yes. So I drank a whole lot of cordial. It's like syrup that you mix with water. If anyone doesn't know what cordial is, I'm sure everyone knows. And then we're driving back, and there's roadworks, and we're stuck in roadworks. We're stuck forever. There's cars everywhere. There's construction dudes everywhere. And I need to piss because I just drank between 1 and 2 liters of cordial. And I'm dying. And I'm like, I couldn't get out of the car because we were slowly moving. And there was like people everywhere. What was I going to do? So my mum said, "Oh, just pee in the bottle." So I peed in the bottle that I drank.
Yeah, I remember that.
I drank it from. But it filled up the whole bottle. I filled up like 2 liters worth of piss. Maybe one liter, but it was a lot of piss. So I'm like, "Mum, what am I meant to do now?" Like I filled up the bottle. She's like, "Oh, piss in your sister's nappies." So
No.
here I am, this teenage boy holding a nappy to my schlong, peeing into it. It was very humiliating.
Oh man. God
So
damn.
yeah, you never know when you get caught in roadworks. So don't overdrink cordial, kids.
Don't
Lesson
risk it.
learned. Yeah.
Do not risk it.
Man, that was horrible.
Learn from us.
My God. Needing to piss that bad is horrible. Oh, it hurts so much.
Yeah, it's so bad, especially when you go over like bumps in the road when you need one.
Or when like there's a chance to go out there, but there isn't because it was stop-start traffic. It's like sweet releases, like instances, not instances, inches away. But
Yeah.
should you do it? Should you not? If you get out and your parents have to wait for you, you're going to hold up the traffic even more, and everyone's going to be mad at you, maybe throw shoes at you. Like, it's not.
And you have to,
horrible.
you have to run to chase the car. Yeah.
Oh, horrible. Just horrible. And like the construction dudes would laugh at my small penis because I was a little boy. Like, it's just, all the male inadequacies of being a teenager.
Good God.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh God. Yeah. Did your like family setup ever do anything like this? Like, I remember when I was young, my parents would go to the pub, and I'd just be like sat in the car with my brother whilst they just enjoyed being in the pub.
Yikes, that's abuse.
And they would just, they would be like, "We'll bring you out some like crisp and some Panda Pops," which were a little drink in England. We just sat in the car and we loved it.
We were allowed to go into pubs.
I think we were allowed to.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. They were just like, maybe we were super annoying or
Probably,
really, like, at that sort of age. And they were just like, yeah, just why don't you hang out in here?
Yeah.
It's quite bad though, isn't it? On reflection.
But there's 2 of you. I get that. Like, I was an only child, so they couldn't really do that. Like, they used to leave me in the car when they went to the supermarket. I'd just sleep, and I'd hide. When I started getting scared of child molesters, I'd hide. But yeah, pubs, I'd go in and drink. They always had different soft drinks on tap, and I remember they were always really good. There was a good, there's a raspberry one on tap. Oh, it was so good. So, and I remember the little coasters, little paper coasters that I just pick at. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
used to take them home. Yeah, I loved them. Collect them.
yeah. That was so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
You get like
pubs
a
are all right
Foster's
for
one or
kids.
like a
Yeah,
yeah. They're all right, but they used to smoke in them when I was younger.
yeah, yeah. My dad used to smoke in the car when I
That
was
wasn't
younger.
great.
Like when I was in the car.
No damn.
Yeah. Actually, when I went back to Australia last, we went to a country pub, me and my brother and my kids. There was no one else in there. Like, we weren't smoking or anything. We were just outside playing pool and just drinking beers and playing pool. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was
Nice.
midday, midweek, no one around, just playing pool, teaching him how to play pool, and I was getting drunk with my brother. It was great. Oh,
Oh, sounds
man.
great.
Yeah, better days, eh? Better days. That was in the middle of nowhere, that pub.
Yeah, better
that,
days.
that was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there you
Very in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, uh, time for one more actual story. Would you like?
go. I've got time if you've got time. You
I
just
got
did the last one, didn't you? Or
time.
was that me? Oh no, that's
I
you.
I
Yeah,
I
it's you
just
next. Yeah,
I just talked about myself.
you just did
Um,
anecdotes. Yeah,
I did anecdotes. Let's see. Now this one I've
yeah.
done twice before. It's a bit different. It's a bit different, but it is in the middle of
Okay.
nowhere. But yeah, here we go.
Nice.
Bong, bong.
Bon.
This happened to my grandfather, and given that he's older than dirt, I'm typing it up for him as he tells it. Around January of 1988. This is from the perspective of the grandfather. Anyways, I'll tell you the story that you want to hear, so we can get on with fishing. Just don't put my name in it here. I, of course, agreed to those terms, despite the fact that I hate fishing. I figure you folk might enjoy the night that emotionally paralyzed my grandfather for the majority of his adult life. That is back to the grandfather. I went to work for a company called MUSC, US based, but most of her operations were over there in Indonesia. Basically, big freight companies wanted protection from local pirates. However, many simply weren't willing to pay the price and would choose to rely on the Navy. Let me tell you, after almost 16 years in the Navy, I learned a big thing. It's slow as hell. From South Korea to the Philippines, into Indonesia and then onto Australia before making the journey home, the boys and I, 16 security personnel total, were stuck with a crew of about 50 Norwegians, and really, the captain was the only one that knew a lick of decent English. Anyways, we were passing through the Makassar Strait at around 0130. Dark as hell. The ocean was quiet. We'd advised the captain that sailing through this particular stretch of sea at night would increase our fee a shit ton. It was, honestly, the dumbest idea to ever come out of that sucker's mouth. There had been 3 attacks on different merchant vessels the night prior. Nonetheless, in this man's infinite wisdom and wallet, he directed the crew to steam through. So us, educated Yankee folk, went to the upper decks and got ready for what was destined to be one hell of a night. Assault rifles, Kevlar, light machine guns, fire hoses, the whole kaboom. Full 360 too. Most of the boys I was with were prior Navy, with some, even if limited, combat experience. So we were pretty confident that we'd be able to handle some pirates armed with AKs. For the first hour and a half, everything was quiet, but it's that Q word that always lands people in trouble. Come up on the second hour, we receive a distress call from another vessel about a mile away from us. The contract with this particular employee. The contract with this particular employer included terms that we had to render aid for a fee adjustment to other vessels in need. The captain directed our CEO to send a few boys over to this other vessel. So the course was adjusted. We got within 200 yards of this other ship, and the IHIB was being loaded up. Guess who got to go over? Myself and 5 others. To beat it all, this other freighter wasn't responding to hails or light signals. We were going in dark. We load up and cross the eerily dark and choppy-ass sea, shoot boarding grapples and climb up. Now, son, you know how I feel about this next part, so I'm going to save some of the details. We cleared the bridge. Nobody was there. We cleared the crew quarters. Nobody was there. We cleared the lower decks. Nobody was there. Eventually, when we got to the engine compartments, we saw death. About 10 or 15 men had been cut up, shot, absolutely torn to bits, as if they'd been thrown into a blender. Limbs and feces laid about the room. It was absolutely disgusting. Turns out, we'd stumbled across a kidnapping gone wrong. Some of the crew had fought back, so the local pirates dealt with them. Took the remainder of the crew for ransom. Funny enough, our CEO told us later that MUSC was the K&R company that retrieved them. So Grandpa has dementia, but this is one story that he's told consistently, for the better part of his life. So, Mr. Pirate Folk, assuming you're all dead now, or at least I hope you are, let's not meet. Boom.
Dang.
Boom. Yeah.
Wow.
I like
That's a
including
weird
that because it's a bit different to other middle of nowhere stories. Because it really is middle of nowhere.
It totally gave me another angle to think about. Like when you're at sea, you are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Sea's like
Yeah, that was weird.
deep black sea is terrifying. I'm scared of like dark sea. That's real middle of nowhere.
Me too, man.
Yeah. Like
I
empty
love doing a
fields,
sea
no
story
worries.
now and then.
Yeah, I never do them enough. I always forget to do them, but they are really good.
Yeah, man, that's a good topic to do. I reckon you definitely could get some really good ones from that across the world, couldn't you?
Yeah. It's just another thing I gotta look for. Wow, we're finding topics to look up.
Yeah, that's why I enjoy this podcast as well. It gives me inspiration to go into looking for stuff, and it's fun. It's fun to do
fun.
this.
It
Get
is
something
fun.
out of it.
Yeah, it's good to chat with you too, Jimmy. Bro-tato.
Ah, yeah, that's the added bonus, bro-nado.
I don't know why, like last Sunday, I just started, because my eldest daughter calls me bro. She's like, yeah, all right, bro. I don't know why she started calling me bro, but she calls me bro. So I started calling her bro-tato. She's like, what? Why call me bro-tato? I said, I don't know, bro-tato. And that's why I started calling everyone bro-tato. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But yeah, she was very confused. And I called my youngest daughter Brotini. Bro-tato and Brotini.
Broteed. They must be loving it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my stories.
No, I like it. I also like when you talk about your family as well, because it's mad to think that to some people we're just spooky voice people on the internet, but the real Peter has got a whole family and a whole life, and he's running around doing all sorts of different things to make stuff work, and he's a real living person. Trust me.
And the real Jimmy sells
nice to hear the
helicopters.
human side. He tries his best.
He does. He
doesn't sell many. But I don't.
I'm sorry, you.
Yeah.
I got a bit lost in the mix.
I don't sell them. I'm in charge of projects that sort out stuff when they go wrong. So it's annoying because a lot goes wrong.
Kind of like Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do insurance for like when car companies have accidents, he tries to cover them up or something?
I mean, like, if we have a part that this is so boring for anybody listening, sorry, but if we have a part that consistently fails for a certain reason, I got to go in and figure out what's that reason, why is that price so high, and anything we can learn from it. So if it's like a lot of these helicopters fly out into adverse weathers. They're in Canada and stuff like that.
Mm.
Are they storing them in the right condition, like the blades or whatever?
Oh,
Or
like
are they
that.
just like
Okay,
going
okay,
into
okay.
real cold, then real hot, and then they get brittle and get destroyed? So yeah, I
Wow.
got to do investigations like that.
That's a real job, folks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
It's a
never
real
would
job.
have imagined it.
I've been.
Never would have imagined.
Yeah,
Very cool.
it's quite fun. Can go to different countries with it sometimes. It's quite cool.
Yeah, it's very
But
cool.
yeah,
But yeah.
helicopters. Anyway, what else have we got on the docket? Have we got any other things to worry about or talk about or think about? Worry about.
Bellends on the week.
Bellends of the week. I had one last week. I believe the bell end gods have been shining upon me because I haven't had that much this week.
Oh yeah, I haven't had any either, unfortunately.
I haven't had any either. Do you have any historical bell ends to discuss at all?
Got one in passing.
Okay.
I'm not going to give any names or anything, but I used to have someone who'd always comment, like very, very, what do you call it? Loyal listener, very loyal commenter. And I made a joke one time, and then they got mad about the joke and they stopped listening and commenting, and they just disappeared. Still comments everyone else's videos. And then I was a guest on someone else's video. I was looking at the comments, and this person commented, "Thank you, channel and guest, like you don't know me. You know damn well who I am." People are weird, man.
What?
People are weird. Very weird. Very weird. You make one joke. Like when I get comfortable with people, I make jokes. Like maybe they're off color a little bit, but I make jokes if I'm comfortable with someone. But yeah, for someone to get offended at a joke, it's just weird. Very weird.
Yeah, and it takes a different level of spite to go and pretend like you don't know who they are.
Yeah, you know who I am.
On another
You know damn well who I am. So weird.
It's wasted energy, man.
So, I guess that's a bit of a bell end. Like they weren't aggressive about it or anything. It's just weird. Why would you be like that? Like, what's the point? People have different senses.
Yeah, I have one as well. Yeah. Well, I just remembered it suddenly. I was in the queue to go to Italy for one of my friend's weddings. And there was this guy who was in such there's a guy who was in such a rush to it's always travel with me.
It is always travel with you.
This guy was in he was in such a rush, right, just to get to the front of the line because he was late and he was panicking. And there was like a woman with a pushchair trying to push round, like you know what it's like when you line up for these ticket things and to check your baggage, all that kind of stuff. They make you go in these narrow little passageways.
Yeah.
This guy stepped over the kid in the pushchair. And I went, "Oh, nice one, mate. You're going to be 30 seconds ahead of her for your holiday. You're a big man." I was really fuming that day. I think that's because I really wanted a cigarette, to be honest. And
that'll do it. Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, shut up." I was like, "What are you stepping over there? Why are you stepping over the pram for? There's a kid in the pram. What's wrong with you?" He's like, "Shut up."
Really? You confronted him?
Yeah, he had a problem with me.
Wow.
Yeah, the way he did it was so rude.
You accosted the scoundrel.
Stepped over. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's terrible.
Honestly, it's like, you're a dad, man. If somebody like put a full leg over your child, like sit upright in the pram.
Yeah.
It's just like, you think that it's just an obstacle to get over. No, it's a little person in there. Leave him alone.
It's a little person.
Wait your turn.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. So
He was on your flight?
I had to go at him. No, he wasn't. He was in a totally different thing. I don't know where he was going.
That's good.
I get this thing where I just want to tell people off. Like the other day, there was where I live. There's a load of it's quite an older community, and they've been trying to grow these flowers on this hill.
Right.
And I saw some guy just like picking them up, just cutting them down. I was like, "What do you think you're doing?" And he was like, my wife likes them. I was like, well, so does the old people around here. Leave them alone.
Hell yeah.
So I took a picture of him, and he went mental. I could probably give you
Hell
this for the for the Instagram if you wanted. But he went nuts and he started chasing me, trying to grab me.
What?
And he was like, "You delete that now, delete it, you delete." Because I'm doing nothing. And I said something like, "Yeah, well, leave all that stuff alone. I'm just giving you a warning this time," like I was a real hard man. But the way he was like nicking the things that were making the old people in the area happy and not even caring really irritated me.
Yeah, it's just gross. People
So there
are
you go.
gross. People really are gross. Not the people listening to this,
No.
but people in general can be quite gross.
No.
Everyone else listening to this is
Yeah,
just
don't-
lovely, but yeah, people are gross.
Exactly. And I want to live in a nice place where people don't like step over prams and pick flowers that ain't theirs.
I thought I lived in
It's
a
my
nice
little
place,
mission in
but
life.
they want to kick me out now, so. We
No.
have not quite, got an email. It's not an email, but someone left a comment.
Oh my god.
It's kind of a
Email
comment.
of the evening.
Yeah. So we'll call this an email, but it's not. It's a comment. But they're trying, so that's fine. Let's see. Here we go. This is from the Candy Vampire. My effort at interacting. So this is in reference to Your Imaginary Friends and Childhood Fears episode. My son is now 6. He doesn't or hasn't had an imaginary friend yet. But at 12 years old, what does that mean? 12 years old. He's now 6.
Yeah.
What's 12 years old? I'm confused now. I thought that would make sense.
I don't know what that means. I'll be honest with you.
Like sometimes people say like 2 years and certain amount of months, but he can't be 12 because he's now 6. Hey, let's just say we're just going to say an even.
Anyway,
We're going to say an even 2.
Yeah.
But at 2 years old, he kept going on about a one-eyed black cat. This tale grew and grew without prompting, that it was creeping us out and friends. May not be weird to others, but kids come out with scary shit. And they do. They do. My eldest daughter, I remember she was staring up at the ceiling, like the corner of the ceiling for a while when she was around that age. And she was saying there was a pig there. She's like insistent that there was a pig. It had a face of a pig. And she also said before she was born, she chose us as her parents. And like she was a little she didn't have
what?
Yeah, she didn't have cognitive thought at the time. Like she was like 1-2 years old. They speak on instinct. And yeah, she said that. So yeah. And she saw a pig. That was really creepy about the pig. I was really creeped out because it was right above me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that was not. That was really creepy. Yeah, because
You may be interested to know.
Mm.
Oh, sorry. We about to finish a point. Sorry.
No, I forgot. It's all right.
I was just going to say, you may be interested to know we've had some comments as well on Spotify.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
got a couple.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
got some nice people. We've got some regular commenters now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Well, they go back to some of the earlier episodes as well. But I told you the one about the Malay wedding stick from episode 2, episode 3, the weddings one. That was a brilliant comment from D Loot, and the guy called Shy. I think it's a guy or a girl. Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
This one's. I'm saying that because the profile picture has a character who looks like a bloke.
Oh.
Anyway, he says, I enjoy it when you two banter. I struggle focusing on tasks as an artist, so hearing you both tell stories while joking around helps me get in the mindset of working in your library whilst eavesdropping on another conversation. Cheers, can't wait for the next one. Better days to you, Shy. Thank you.
Nice.
We've got some other people just saying like cpt.cato. Righto. You guys are doing a great job. I enjoy listening to you and look forward to the next episodes.
Hell yeah.
Another Marth771 says about the horrors. Yes, an episode about the horrors of being demonetized. And then we've got two regular contributors now in Alleycat 80-US.
Get
It's
out
not
of
a guy
Alleycat.
thing; it's an adult thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wouldn't like. She doesn't want to go to the doctors unless she needs more than 5 stitches. That's about our sleep paralysis when we were always talking about hypochondria and things like that. Don't make us go to the hospital.
I go when I got a really high fever.
Yeah, I'd go too.
Yeah.
Alley Cat also says that she tried to send an email last week, but music for me is a give and take. So a little bit in the mix.
Yeah, I read her email last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, this came 3 days ago. So
that's the Alley Cat.
Yeah. The Alley Cat. Oh,
Yeah. I think she follows us on Instagram too.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
And then Andromeda Kirin.
Wow.
Interesting name.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Nightmares reminded me of that old show Freddy's Nightmares with Freddy Krueger. If you've ever seen it, look it up. It'll be fun. This is another one from her. Speaking of a creepy story that doesn't have a specific location and is also somewhat found footage, have you guys read about a place in the Kinki region? That's
Kinky.
Japan Kinki. Kinki. Yeah.
I know.
It's a great book, and it isn't terribly long. It already has a narration, but I think you two would do amazing work with that book. We probably wouldn't be allowed to read that, though, but thank you.
Got to get permission.
Thank you, guys. Round up in the comments.
Speaking of kinky, there's a boy band in Japan called the Kinky Kids. Like, come on, man. Words have meanings. Words have meanings in other places. Kinky Kids. They're not even kids. They're fully grown adults now. It's creepy.
I know. They're from the Kinki region, though.
Yeah, but come on, man. Kinky.
I remember they came on the radio and I was laughing.
Yeah.
They had a song, and it's so like a bombastic kind of 80s/90s kind of. Well, yeah. Oh my God.
Oh man, the pop music has not moved past the 90s here. It's just, come on, man. Evolve, Japan. Kinky Kids.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anyway.
Yeah. So maybe we can do commenters of the week. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all nice.
Since we're not getting emails. We'll get emails one day. One day will be a real podcast.
When the next one comes out.
Actually, we do have someone promising to send us an email because I asked him to. It was, where is it? It's Mighty Brend. He said about our sleep paralysis one. What was the title of that? Segueing. How to segue your way through sleep paralysis. Whoa, that story at 40 minutes in. I've experienced something very similar to that. It felt like 2 people in the room. I could hear them talking about nexus points. So he's going to send us the story. So we've got an email to look forward to. I'm pretty excited because he said he'll send us an email. I'm very excited. Our first story.
We are very excited. We just... For you listening, we just sit there staring at the email box most of the
I
day.
refresh it. I refresh it like 5-6 times.
Yeah, I refresh.
Like, not 5-6 times a day. It's like per hour. I'm at work. My boss is telling me off. I'm about to get fired. Oh, come on, man. I teach kids. I have to put up with that now. The way to combat that is to do it back to them, like you're in on the joke, and they start realizing that it's not cool because I'm doing it.
It's das I or something.
Well, that works for teenagers, but for younger kids, they like, oh, teacher's awesome, he's doing it with me. It kind of backfires. It only works with teenagers. But yeah. So I think that's the episode. Do you have anything to report?
Well, that's the episode.
Yeah. What's
Nothing
coming up?
Much. Just we got to. I don't know. What do you want to do next? I mean, we've been outside a couple of times on this show. Maybe something
inside
different. We've done some camping. Inside.
Apartments.
Who knows?
Shall we do apartments or haunted houses or something?
Or we could do some haunted houses if you wanted to.
Yeah. Basements.
That could be a good one. Yeah.
Hang on, they don't have basements
Don't really
in
have
Japan.
them in England.
Attics?
Yeah.
Do they have attics in Japan? I don't have attic stories.
Yeah, they do. Well, I got loads. Loads of attics.
I don't have any.
But they're long as hell.
That's no good. That's no good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It'll be something inside.
I'm something inside.
Mm.
We'll sort it out.
We'll work it out. Better days.
Better days.
All right, so I reckon that's about time to wrap it all up. I guess I'm doing the outro this time. So thanks again, listeners, thanks again, listeners, for tuning in to Dear God, the Bells. I hope you had a bombastic time with your your Petri dish hosts, Peter Scared and Jimmy the Brotato. And we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye for now, guys. Better days.
Better days. Bye.